Hey guys, Rich Sermonello here, professional photographer and Amazon influencer, and today I want to talk about the K&F Concepts neutral density filter, variable neutral density filter. This is the ND2-400. I've got the 77mm version for my Canon cameras. Most of my lenses have a 77mm filter size, so that's what I've got here. Now, my intention for today was to shoot this 18% gray neutral target first without the neutral density filter, and then to step through each of the settings from minimum, from minimum all the way to maximum. See all the dots and everything like that. So I was going to try to get a shot of each one of those to see how much light was lost, plus to see if there was any color shift. Unfortunately, my first couple of tests were a failure. The image did get dark. I was able to darken the image by adjusting the neutral density filter. However, my camera was not able to focus through the filter, and I kept getting a double image, and I think it had to do with some refraction or something within the filter itself, in which case I think it's useless. So I'm going to do a test anyway right here since I have it already set up. We're going to start with the camera on 1,000th of a second, ISO 100 and f2.8, which is the widest aperture this lens has. We're going to shoot without a filter, and I'm going to use the camera's meter to give me a reading on that gray target. And actually it's telling me I need to slow down my shutter a little bit to 6/40th of a second. So that's where we'll start. 6/40th of a second, ISO 100 f2.8. Okay, and it's super crispy sharp. I mean, I can see all the details of my gray card, even the ugly details of it because it's kind of old. So it's looking a little worn and shabby in spots, and all that comes out super crystal clear here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the filter on. I'm going to put it to the minimum setting. I'm going to use the built-in meter to set an exposure. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to use this gray target also as a white balance calibration. So we want everything to be neutral. Okay, great. So I'm getting on capture 1, I'm getting a reading of 108, 108, 108 for red, green, and blue on the target. That's where we'll start. I'm going to put on the filter, and we're going to put it at the minimum setting. All right, and we're going to take a test. Oh, I need to meter first. So my camera says we lost almost 2 stops. So I'm going to drop the shutter speed down to a 200th of a second and take the shot. Now the exposure looks about right. To the last one, we're getting values of a little bit brighter actually. So I'm going to change the shutter speed to 2/50th of a second. And now we're a little darker. We've also got a shift towards red, and we're not in focus. I'm getting kind of a double exposure on the target. Now I tested this before, and I thought, well, maybe there's some vibration happening here, even though I've used my camera on a tripod many times without any issue. So I did a mirror lockup, and I still got the same thing. So I think the filter itself is causing some kind of double image to be recorded, and that makes it a like a deal breaker. But let's take a few steps through the filter anyway. I'm going to go to the first dot, check the exposure. It says we lost about 1/3 of a stop, so I'm going to go back to a 200th of a second, take the shot. And we're registering a little brighter, and again there's a slight red shift. So let's do it again to the next dot. I'm actually getting the same exposure on the camera, so it's not noticing a big enough change. And it is hardly any change at all, still a red shift. So between the first and second dots, I got no change. between the second and third, again, it's saying no change. And it is slightly darker, not much at all, and still the red shift. Let's go to the fourth one. This time we've got about a third of a stop under, so I'm going to drop the shutter speed to 1/60th. And yeah, that's about right. But again, I'm not able to get my target in focus. Now my focus point is the center focus point of the camera, and it is focused right at the center of that target. You can hear it beeping before I take the shot, but I'm not able to get it in focus. There's kind of like a double image there. So I'm gonna, at this point, I'm just gonna jump all the way to the end of the filter. We're gonna go all the way to max now. And I should have to slow things way down. So through the camera, I can't even see the target. So I'm gonna bring it down to 1 second. And see if we can see anything. 1 second, I have barely an image, much darker than before, so I'm going to go to 2 seconds. Two seconds, we're still underexposed, and there's a pretty pronounced blue shift, or maybe it's purple. Now I change it to 4 seconds. And at 4 seconds, we're about at the same exposure, maybe a little overexposed from before, but there is definitely a very strong blue shift. So based on the inability of my camera to focus and the color shift, this is not a good filter, and I do not recommend using it. I hope this helps.